You're listening to Rebel Spirituality with me, Sam Goldfinch. Here's the truth. Wisdom doesn't follow rules. So each week we're going to explore what it means to wake up your way so you can live a more peaceful, creative and inspired life no matter your circumstances. It's time to blaze your unique path to truth. Hey my rebel friends, happy Christmas week. And the first thing I want to say is, whatever you're up to, whatever fun and shenanigans you happen to be up to this week, just so much love to you and yours. I hope you have a great time and really enjoy yourself. And so I was thinking to myself, how can I put together a podcast for Rebel Spirituality at a time of year like Christmas? And the answer kind of appeared. It seemed pretty clear to me, to be honest. So I want to explore mine, all of our Christmas story, whatever your personal Christmas story happens to be. And by story, I mean, the narrative you're telling yourself about how it's going to go or what it will be like, and I get it, we have a bunch of reference points. Perhaps, each year there are people in our family who do tend to behave in a certain way, or there are certain things that we get caught up in and that kind of thing. But that, in a way, is part of our story, right? I'm not trying to convince anybody that people won't do certain things and all that kind of stuff. But we're not feeling those things, remember. Our story, we're feeling life from the inside. Through the power of thought, we're creating our feelings and our perceptions. And of course, a part of that is story. And it's worth catching sight of what your Christmas story is if you've got one. It might be full of expectations. For me, expectations often look like, that's definitely going to happen. Or Uncle Joe, I don't have an Uncle Joe. Apologies to any Uncle Joes out there. Uncle Joe always behaves like an asshole, or, an assumption as to what's going to go on, or guesses, that kind of thing. And, what if it's time to look in a different direction? What if we didn't have to do that? What would Christmas be like if we didn't actually have that story kicking about? And of course, it's not that things like that won't show up, but we don't have to fan the flames, right? We don't have to add to them, ruminate, think about it, dig into those expectations. We can just kind of catch sight of them and look in a different direction. What would it actually be like to go into Christmas naked, if you like? You do you, not literally, but naked of all of that stuff, naked of the ideas and guesses or expectations and all of that stuff. And if we actually just were guided by our wisdom and just saw how it unfolded, in every single moment. So we have the conversations that we're going to have. We get curious about the things we're going to get curious about. Because one of the really cool things about learning at a deeper and deeper level, or seeing, if you like, that life works from the inside out, is that we realize we're never bound or pushed around actually by circumstances or the things that other people do or don't do. As we start to see the power that our story has, or if you like, the catching of it and how it goes. Someone in one of my groups this week had said that something between her and her husband had happened, and her husband had said, I really want to make this big change. And she'd seen this story start up in her head, and she felt the story playing out, and then realized insightfully in that moment, nothing's actually happened. Look, it's right now. This is just a story that's playing out in my mind. And there was freedom in that. There was a disconnection, or it's kind of like a decoupling, if you like, where suddenly we see the story playing out and we see how it's a story. And so that's what I'd kind of like to offer you this week in the spirit of Christmas and in the spirit of Rebel Spirituality. What would it be like to just drop parts of those story that you don't need anymore and just look in a different direction, look towards whatever is important to you this Christmas, be it connection or love or joy or family or whatever it might be, and just see what you see. And let me know what you see when your story changes up or falls away. All right, team, as I say, Merry Christmas, and I'll see you soon.